welcome back to Cujo06241's Vic-A-Thon. Today I'm going to review 3 different things. Yep, this is going to be a lot. I'm going to review Zoey 101, Spectacular, and iCarly. Not in that order, because it would be a lot easier for me to start with Spectacular. Spectacular is a movie that was made by Nickelodeon. It was straight to TV, as far as I know. Yeah, it was straight to TV. And Victoria Justice is only in it for, I would say, maybe, God, like 10 minutes total. She's only in, probably not even that. She's barely in the movie, so this will be easy for me to just knock that out of the way right away. Spectacular is about, it's basically like Step Up or some shitty dance movie competition thing. There's this guy who was in a band. You know, he gets kicked out of his band because he's lazy or whatever. And, you know, he joins up with this dancing group who are in a competition. Now, the other team, the big team, which is Ta-Da. Oh, by the way, the team that this guy joins their team name is Spectacular. Yeah. Well, now you know why the show is called Spectacular, I guess. Well, anyway, Victoria Justice plays the leader of Ta-Da. I forgot what her character's name was. So I'm really sorry. Please correct me in the comment section, and feel free to call me an idiot, because I'm apparently an idiot. Victoria Justice, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, guys. In this movie, she is a complete bitch. She is snotty. She's stuck up. She's a bitch. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. And, you know, like I said, it's kind of like, I've never seen Step Up, but I guess I've heard people compare it to Step Up, only very watered down. It's really not a movie that I cared for much, I'll be honest. I barely remember anything about it, but I do remember what I just told you. I'm going to give Spectacular a C. It's decent if you like, you know, those dance competition movies. But this one is really watered down, so don't expect anything great. Now I'm going to talk about iCarly. Now, I'm not going to review iCarly. I'm not going to tell you what the show's about. I'm just going to tell you the few episodes that Victoria Justice was in. She was only in 2, and that is iFight Shelby Marx and the crossover with Victorious, iParty with Victorious. Okay, iFight Shelby Marx is an episode where Carly calls out Shelby Marx, who is a 15-year-old MMA fighter, and, you know, this was the first thing I really saw Victoria in. I mean, I know she was in Zoey 101, but I wasn't really into that show. But anyway, I watched iFight Shelby Marx, and I thought it was pretty funny. I liked iCarly. iFight Shelby Marx was pretty funny. My friend Josh, the living legend himself, as I refer to him, he told me who Victoria Justice was. He was like, yeah, she was in Zoey 101. And I was like, oh, okay. So I watched it, and I liked it. iFight Shelby Marx was pretty funny. However, you know, when you look at Victoria Justice in this show, yeah, she doesn't really look like an MMA fighter. She's a little too thin. But that's okay, because it's, you know, it's Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon is basically never accurate with their shit. So, yeah. I flew off the plot of iFight Shelby Marx. I apologize, guys. My brain is just, I'm scattered. I'm a little scattered. I just got out of the shower, and I'm still thinking, you know. But okay, iFight Shelby Marx. Carly calls out Shelby Marx. And then Shelby at first is like, no, this isn't real. This is a fake fight for charity. And then Carly knocks Shelby Marx's grandmother over. And then, you know, Shelby gets pissed and grabs a hold of Carly and says, you and I, this is real. Your shit just got real. You're going down. Obviously, it wasn't like that, but, you know, you get the gist. So then they approach Shelby Marx and tell her that it was a complete accident. It never meant to happen. And then Shelby Marx just believes her. And, yeah. And then it goes to being a fake fight again. Now you have Neville, who is a longtime enemy in iCarly, who edits a video. Basically, he takes an old iCarly episode and pulls out certain words and makes it sound like Sam told Carly to push Shelby Marx's grandmother over, and that Carly would do it. He shows Shelby this video, and then Shelby doesn't even tell Carly, but she's going to romp on her. Well, the fight turns out to be completely pointless. Shelby Marx loses the fight by count out because Carly, well, she doesn't lose, but the timer runs out because Carly grabs onto her leg and just holds onto it the whole time. Even for Nickelodeon, I felt it was a little disappointed. So, yeah, it really wasn't that good. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say. I'm gonna give it a B minus. I definitely thought it was entertaining, but the fight sequence should have been better. And even in the trailers, it shows Shelby Marx pounding on Carly, and that's what I personally want to see. I just thought it would have been funnier. Moving on to iParty with Victorious. iParty with Victorious was the Victorious and iCarly crossover. I was thinking about waiting for my Victorious review to talk about this, but there's just no point. iParty with Victorious is about. It starts out with a guy who's dating both Carly and Tori Vega, because he moves from Seattle to Hollywood in like every week or something like that. I don't know. He's homeschooled, so he doesn't go to school. But anyway, they basically the iCarly crew finds this out, and they go to confront him. At first, they think that Tori knew this was going on, and they're gonna go confront her about it. Probably end up kicking her ass or something. But then they find out that this guy was totally playing Carly and Tori, and they, in the end of it, they get back at him. I'm not really gonna get too much into it because if you haven't seen it, I don't want to do any spoilers. I don't like doing spoilers in my reviews anymore, even if it's been out for a while. iParty with Victorious. It was okay. I don't have any major feelings for it. I thought it was good, and the plot was interesting, but there was a few things I would change. Namely, the big rap between Sam and Rex, the puppet. I know that's a bit of a spoiler, and I apologize. I just said I don't want to give away any spoilers. That's the only thing I'm going to give away. I felt like sometimes it could have been a little better, but it was entertaining. I did like it, and I'm going to give iParty with Victorious a B. Time for Zoey 101. Victoria Justice plays Lola Martinez, and she doesn't come in until the second season. Now, I wasn't really a big fan of Zoey 101 growing up. I thought it was kind of boring. I didn't really think it was that funny, and I wasn't really a big fan of Jamie Lynn Spears. But as now that I've gone back and watched pretty much every episode, I can say that it's one of the most stable shows that Dan Schneider has written. Stable meaning it's not over the top and crazy. Well, not all the time. Over the top meaning that they don't use words like, wonky or chiz. At least I don't think they do. I don't remember them ever using that. And yeah, so Zoey 101 was definitely the most grounded show that he's done. Besides Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh was pretty grounded too. But anyway, Zoey 101 is about a group of friends at a boarding school, PCA, Pacific Coast Academy, and it basically just follows them and their time together. Now, the character I'm mainly going to talk about is Lola Martinez because this is Vic-A-Thon, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Lola Martinez is basically a character. She wants to be an actress. When you first see her in the show, she's like this really creepy gothic chick who just does weird things and is probably somebody you should avoid. But then you find out she was just acting. She's she's a normal girl. She's one of those girls that's really into guys, you know. I guess she can tell how good of a kisser a guy is by if they bite an apple, which I don't know how much sense that makes, but okay. She's an interesting character. She has a lot of funny moments. She was definitely my favorite character, besides Logan. I liked Logan because Logan was just an asshole, and sometimes assholes are hilarious. But Lola was pretty funny too. That show itself was really funny. I thought the characters worked really well together. They had great chemistry. Obviously, with Jamie Lynn Spears' character Zoey being the most normal. It's a show I definitely recommend checking out. I'm going to give Zoey 101 a B. Not the best show in the world, and I wouldn't even say it's revolutionary, because it's really not. It's a basic plot with a basic story to it, but it's hilarious in its own right. It's a fun show, and I gotta say, I can't believe I missed it. Well, this concludes part 2 of 6 in my Vic-A-Thon. The next video I will be reviewing Victorious, so looking forward to that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot, and I can't thank you guys enough for it. Hit me up on Twitter at Cujo06241 if you want to talk more about Victoria Justice, or if you want to talk about movies, sports, video games. I am a very sociable guy. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. As always, guys, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. This is Cujo06241, signing out.